You're watching Monty TV. I'm Jackie Karsh. Welcome to the 20th anniversary of the Montgomery Summit. Joining me now is Klaas Oskam. He's the DC Advisory Managing Director and India Head. Klaas, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
My pleasure.
You've been in India for such a long time, and there's really been this acceleration in the Indian markets. What has changed about the M&A experience there?
The country has seen a real startup ecosystem arrive and thrive. And I think the shift has been that there's just a lot more risk appetite amongst young people who need to decide, do I do a corporate career or will I kind of take the plunge? It's a lot of capital availability. That's also kind of, again, same flywheel, feeding off each other. It's role models. If people have seen success, those success stories create new success stories. And success begets success. And then overall, of course, what also helps is that the economy itself is going through a strong growth trajectory. It's exciting times.
Many of these companies generate most of their revenue from U.S. markets. What's enabled them to crack those U.S. markets?
Obviously, U.S. market being the biggest market for software, it's super important for all of these companies that they do crack the U.S. market. And it's partially that the early companies in the ecosystem that have been successful, the likes of a Zoho and a Freshworks, were able to tap into that. And it's partially to do with a lot of also management talent of Indian origin that's based here in the US. So folks who've kind of done it successfully before, but also the fact that, Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai. So you have a lot of executive talent in the market. And there is, of course, the know-how that India has a competitive advantage on the on the software side of things. So there's clearly a pricing advantage. There's a product differentiation advantage. And then I think when it comes to the US GTM, because a couple of these companies, the early evangelists, have seen strong success with, I would say, a digital sales model online, but also having a strong inside sales function from India. And they've been able to pass that along. And obviously, COVID also helped in perfecting the digital sales model. So it's a combination of the early evangelists successfully having cracked that, and then the flywheel effect of them passing that on to people who've stepped out of those organizations and started new startups and replicating that playbook.